Dear Sega, what the fuck? So you're telling me they're locking hard missions behind a premium fun pack? Bro, you can't make this stuff up. Anyways, for you anti-virgins at home who have no idea what I'm talking about, Sonic Origins was recently released to fairly decent reviews. Well, of course it did. It was a compilation of some of Sonic's best games remade. Before the game released, it was pretty much accepted that some of the music tracks would need to be replaced for legal reasons. The music for Carnival Night Zone, Ice Cap Zone, Launch Base Zone, and the credits. While upsetting, it wasn't going to be the end of the world, because back in 2019, a Sonic 3 prototype was released containing the original versions of the shitty remixes used in the Sonic 3 PC release. And they were actually pretty good songs. Some of them were even debatably better than the original music. Many fans assumed that they would just use this music, as that's the easiest thing to do, and most people would be fine with it. We got even better news, though, that Jen Sano, I hope I pronounced that name right, who has made some of the best Sonic soundtracks and even helped with the original Sonic 3 soundtrack, would be remaking the prototype songs using the Mega Drive sound chip. Nothing could go wrong. And of course Sega managed to fuck this up. These songs sound like muffled messes compared to the prototypes. Like, it's honestly funny how bad the Carnival Night music sounds compared to the prototypes. Like, listen. Sure, it's not the worst thing ever, but considering Sonic 3 probably has one of the best video game soundtracks of all time, it fucking sucks that they managed to mess this up. Like, they had good music right there! And there is no way in the world Jen Sano messed up this poorly. Like, I have no doubt that Sega rushed him or gave bad direction. Also, out of all people, why pick Jen Sano, the person who hasn't made music with the sound chip for probably over 2 decades? I know this isn't even that big of a deal, but this isn't even the only issue with Sonic Origins. Like, look at the scummy deluxe shit they're doing with different versions of the game adding different stuff. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this was made intentionally confusing just to squeeze more money out of people. Like, look at this. It's honestly goofy how convoluted this is for fucking 30-year-old games. And the digital deluxe is only $5 more than the standard, so why go through all this effort just to squeeze $5 more out of consumers? I don't get it. Remember when Sonic Mania was released with the de novo DRM, which caused input lag and players to have to be connected to the internet to even play the game? Yet, even with this scummy anti-piracy technique, the game was still pirated 8 fucking days after release. Obviously, Sega would know not to do this again. Sega, of all companies, would know how annoying this is for fans and the backlash they would receive. Nope, Sega fucking uses the de novo DRM again. I feel like I'm losing my mind. God damn it. These games are almost 3 decades old. I don't think piracy is that big of an issue in the grand scheme of things. I understand trying to prevent piracy, but can they not learn from their past mistakes and maybe use a less intrusive method? Like, at least with Sonic Mania, it was an original game. It makes a bit more sense for them to want to protect it from piracy. But every game in this collection can already be played elsewhere. This brings me to the price point. $40. $40 fucking dollars to play games that have already been released with barely anything added. Listen, I'm not saying this game should be like free or something, but it still takes effort to remake these games. And plus, the cutscenes and all that, the $40! Sonic Mania cost us $20 and that was an original game! I just don't see any reason to pay $40 for games I can already play. Like, it takes about 30 seconds to Google Sonic 1 Play Online and download a ROM of the game. This is especially made worse by what I said before about the music in Sonic 3. Why pay $40 to replay games you can already play with input lag and some inferior music? And one of the lead developers isn't even happy with what ended up in the game, proving that Sega is still rushing out games and not learning from any of their past mistakes. I'll read out some tweets that Stealth made, one of the lead developers of Sonic Origins and Sonic Mania, in regards to the game. This is frustrating. I won't lie and say that there aren't issues in what we gave to Sega, but what is in Origins is also not what we turned in. Integration introduced some wild bugs that conventional logic would have one believe were our responsibility. A lot of them aren't. Regarding Origins, we were outsiders in creating a separate project that was then wrangled into something completely different. We knew going in that there would be a major time crunch, and we worked ourselves into the ground just so this would even be made and released. Again, I can take responsibility for my and my team's mistakes, and there were some. Some actual mistakes, some overlooking, some rushed off, some stuff we noticed but weren't allowed to correct near the end. It's absolutely not perfect, and some of it's from us. It's complicated. I'm extremely proud of my team for their performance under such pressure, but every one of us is very unhappy about the state of Origins, and even the Sonic 3 component. We weren't too thrilled about its pre-submission state either, but a lot of it was beyond our control. We asked to do major fixes near submission, but weren't allowed due to submission and approval rules. We asked about delays early and repeatedly, but we were told they weren't possible. We offered to come back for post-release fixes and updates. We do not know if this is happening. I would add more, but honestly, I think all of this speaks for itself. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this video isn't found by any mega virgins ready to comment in support of their Lord and Savior Sega.